Welcome back to the channel, yo! Mr. Cool Guy right now. I got my glasses on. I can't talk normal with my doggers on, you know what I'm saying? Anyhow, folks, we're working on Bravus Firewall. Yep. Getting her all welded up and getting her all closed up. You know what I'm saying? We getting this thing knocked out, boy! Braven just sitting here enjoying the show and shit. I'm doing all the work. Lazy ass rughead. What's up with this generation? Dang old generation. Actually, you don't even have that excuse no more, boy. Damn, you're 20 years old. There's new generations now. Freaking TikTok generation. What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here's the normal intro. No, we're working on this firewall. Our plan is to get this son bitch done. Finally, get it done. We need to move past this. You know what I'm saying?
So ready to move past this.
Dude, it's not easy work, man. It really isn't. It takes a lot of figuring out. Excuse me for not trying to. Am I recording? Oh yeah, I am. Wouldn't that have sucked? Good lord. I'm like, man, I lost all my energy. Anyhow, we're getting it done, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of proud of us. Look at this. Come on, son. Not you, the lighting, you know. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So redid the center section. Actually, that is the portion of the center section that I had already made. We just cut the ends off and we're doing it in more panels. So originally had planned on doing this in 3 pieces, but with how complex some of these bends and stuff are, it's a lot easier to separate it. And more than that, we have the first piece in the center. This is the second piece. We are now going to move on to this same piece, but on the driver's side, and get that done. And then we'll start on these sections. It's making it a lot easier to kind of separate it. Yeah, I'm excited to get this done. This is gonna be sick. The fun part's gonna be taking the cab back off and standing it up and getting all the welding on the bottom done, and then seam sealing, and then freaking bed liner. You're gonna bed line the bottom, right? Yeah, bottom's getting bed lined. And of course, whenever we do stand this thing up, we need to figure out some kind of like structure, like additional like stiffening, you know? I personally think that we should run like a 1/4 inch flat bar, kind of to this shape where your seats were, around this area underneath, and going up and over and down and across inside of here, like something to really stiffen it up right there, just because that's where a lot of the weight's going to be sat at, you know. Literally sat
That big. I'm not that big.
Okay, but you're still freaking 220 pounds.
Whoa, 220,
oh sorry,
that's rounding up.
Damn, bro. That's what I am. Calm down, chill. It was a joke, you know.
I'm only 200 pounds.
The hell. Anyhow, we gonna get our asses back to work and get this thing knocked out. Sorry if we're not doing too much explaining explanations, because honestly, we're learning at the same time we're doing it. Right, so as you guys know, we already made templates for this stuff, and our templates are still good. So I'm just checking it. Yeah, we need to oversize here, 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 and there. Oh, and here. So I need to add about 1 inch all the way around that son bitch. That thing is ready to get burned in there, man. So a lot of this stuff, it's like you have to kind of, I mean, you can get it close, but then you got to start kind of tacking, and then you can massage something into place, because like the bottom right there, as I push that down, it's opening it up over here. So we need to get that section tacked in, and then we can kind of massage this down and get it nice and flush, and then tack that in. Everything else is good. Hell yeah, time to go ahead and tack that thing in all the way around. Braven's got this side all fabbed up and it's clamped in, so that's ready to be welded, and then we'll only have that one little hole right there left.
That's crazy.
What's up?
That's all we have left.
Yeah, I know, dude.
I'm surprised.
Getting it all done in one day.
We kicked ass on that.
Yeah, getting it knocked out.
Get it done.
Yeah, just so you know, I have a pretty serious project for the Blazer that I have to do tomorrow. Yeah.
What is that?
Anti-roll bar.
Oh shit. I'll be the welder. Fabricator.
Well, we have one damn piece left, man. Good Lord. We've been working on this all day long, and I have tried my hardest to keep a time lapse of the whole entire thing. I am on my 4th GoPro battery, and this one is at 10% now. So, about to be my 5th GoPro battery. Yeah, we got this one section left. We got to make a template really quick, get it cut out, and get it freaking burned in there. Then after that, it's just going to be kind of going over it, making sure there isn't anything else that needs a little bit of weld on. Then we got to get this whole cab off. We got to stand it up. Everything needs to be welded on the underside, on the opposite side, you know. Got to go through and kind of tap some things and make sure everything's nice and flush and weld it all up, make sure it's good and strong. But I ain't gonna lie, dude, freaking this is draining. All the cutting and measuring and making templates and
It's the
cutting
creativity part of it.
and welding.
So draining.
Yeah, you have to use your brain a lot.
See, I wish I was just bolt in. Why can't you just put some rib nuts right here? We'll bolt the big in. You know what I mean?
No. Anyhow. One more piece. Well, god dang there, buddy. Thing's got a firewall in it. What do you freaking know about that, huh?
Oh man, I'm so happy.
Dude, it came out pretty sick. It's obviously not done, but it came out pretty sick.
So glad this thing is almost done with the cab.
Yeah.
Once we're done with the cab, we can basically move on.
Move
you know
on,
what I mean?
yeah, dude. We have so much painting and everything that has to be done. Well, there's more stuff that's got to be done to the frame. And we have a whole gallon of paint of a color that Braven picked out for his frame. We're gonna be painting the whole frame, all that stuff. So anyhow, the firewall still needs to be welded up on the outside. So we made it to where these pieces, they overlap one another. So right now they're all welded on the inside. We still gotta come back and do some tack welds on the outside and, you know, just strengthen it up some and then pull the cab off. Everything's got to be welded underneath. And what you ain't gonna believe is with that ginormous ass tunnel and everything that, like moving the firewall back and all that. Look at this stock dash bar, boy.
That is stock dash bar. Woo! Better
Dude.
be on the stock dash and not even look like anything's done to it.
Dude, that's gonna be so sick. The only thing that has to be done are these bars right here have to be shortened a little bit. Actually, you could probably just take a section off of it right there and then put a little tab on the new tunnel for that to bolt, and then bam, dude, freaking stock dash.
Stock dash. And then look at the seats.
I know.
I got plenty enough room. So I mean, of course the seats are gonna sit more like this.
Yeah, seats are gonna sit up higher.
I still got room to be able to have a sliding mechanism on them and everything.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, and of course, I saw somebody had mentioned about leaving room for the gas pedal. So, worst case scenario, whenever this thing gets caged, like build a bar down here that an aftermarket pedal assembly can attach to. But as you can see, the firewall, it's been pushed back far enough for the engine to fit. How many inches did we move the engine back?
We went back 3 inches and up 1 inch.
Okay.
Yeah, so back 3 and up 1.
But still retaining the stock brake location, and the steering rack, or the steering column will bolt here. The stock brakes will bolt here. Like, dude, it's gonna be freaking dope.
This thing is turning out so sick.
Yeah,
just seeing all this stuff in here just makes
it. The only thing that there might be a problem with is the gas pedal, because it took up a little bit of real estate right there. But worst case scenario, we can move it forward. We'll get it figured out. You know, people do this shit all the time.
I'll figure it out. Honestly, like, even if I were to get like a pedal assembly that is upside down, and you push the pedals
the ones that
opposite direction.
that mount on the floor.
Yeah, they push the opposite direction. Even if I did that.
And you're gonna have so much more room in here now that you don't have the bench seat and you're running a seat like this, that you can actually scoot your seat back if you have to scoot the pedals forward just a little bit, you know, to where you're actually sitting a little bit further back. And I think people try to do that anyhow, because then you're a little bit more under the cage.
Yeah, the main halo of the cage.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, there it is. Dude, huge shout out to people who build chassis for a living, because, well, I mean, at the same time, if you did this shit every day, you'd get pretty good at it.
Well, and also the people that build chassis or building tube chassis, they're building the cage and then they're making access panels to basically cover around that.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that might be a little bit easier than...
Yeah, I'm glad that we got the experience on your truck, so whenever I go to do mine, it's going to be even better. The hell. Anyhow, guys, that's pretty much it for tonight. In the morning, I'm going to get up, get this cab pulled off, got to get it stood up and finish up the welding and everything. So, hell yeah, see you in the AM.
What's up, guys? So it's currently the next day. We're going to go ahead and pick back up on the Colorado. I need to go through and do a lot more of the welding on the outside of the cab. And then get ready basically for seam sealer. I'm really happy the way that this thing came out. I did end up bolting the dash bar in right now, because this is the way that I remove the cab. I run the ratchet straps through it and stuff, so I could take it off. But before we could even take it off, I do need to do a little bit of welding on the outside here. I need to finish running solid weld all the way around and then cut off the excess. And then as well as on the front, before removing it, I want to go ahead and weld these seams that are here in between the different panels. Going ahead and welding those is going to add a little bit of extra rigidity, which is going to end up helping us make sure that nothing flexes, nothing moves, but we're going to add a lot of strength and stuff on the bottom to where you can't see it, right? So that's kind of where most of the strength of the tunnel is going to be, is underneath. So we do have a lot of work cut out to us, so let's go ahead and get started so we get this thing done sooner than later. Let's do it. All right, so we got the back portion of the tunnel, got that cut out and buzzed out. I left myself a little bit of a lip so I could go ahead and put some seam sealer in there and stuff. Now the rear is done. Now we got to move up to the front. The front just needs to be all welded in. As you guys seen, these seams here all need to be welded. All right, guys, so we got the first section welded in, basically that whole section there. I think I'm gonna end up just doing these two sections here and then saving the rest. Well, I'll probably tack in just a little bit, but then saving the rest for whenever it's actually up in the air, so that it's a little bit easier to get to, because I mean, it's gonna be pretty difficult to get to those areas inside the engine bay, even if I just wait for the cab to be separate and then have a little bit more wiggle room, you know what I mean? Now I'm just gonna go ahead and grind the welds that I did put on there. I want to grind them smooth. That's basically the whole thought process, is to get put weld, grind it smooth, and if there's any holes or anything like that, then we'll go ahead and weld those up. I barely started and I'm already tired of welding, man. This is not something I would want to do all day long. All right, guys, a little bit of time has passed. I finished welding on the firewall itself. I mean, it's not the prettiest, but I am gonna run some seam sealer on it before I paint it. The inside, as you can tell, you can see where all the weld heat came through all the way around. Now I have to actually put some soak some serious welds on the bottom. I moved the canopy out of the way, and I also unbolted the cab so that I could go ahead and pop this thing off. I need to get it set up basically on its backside. I'm gonna go ahead and get the engine hoist out, get the cab basically ready to be removed. I gotta move a lot of that stuff out of the way like you've seen before. Yeah, a whole lot of fun. I'm just talking. Let me just get into it. All right, we got the engine hoist all set up with the ratchet straps. Now let's go ahead and pull this thing out. All right, guys, now that the cab is off of the frame, we are going to go ahead and start prepping all of the bottom. So we have a lot of just like extra material we got to cut off. We got this heat shield that I got to unbolt. I got some these nut things, these right here. I'm gonna end up just cutting these off. There's a lot of just buzzing down off of all the old paint and also seam sealer and everything. I want to get all that stuff off and out of the way, and then just basically just getting everything ready and prepped so that I can. There's just a lot of stuff that I have to kind of do in order to actually move on to welding the backside or the bottom side of the truck. All right, guys, so we went ahead and got all of the panels completely welded in all the way down, except for the way bottom. I started on one side, but I actually ran out of gas inside the tank here, as you can see.
Yeah, just so you know, I have a pretty serious project for the Blazer that I have to do tomorrow.
I ran out of gas, so for today, that is going to be basically all the work that we're going to be able to do on welding. I'm really stoked with the progress I've already made so far. I mean, the only thing this thing really needs for the most part is just a little bit more welding. The only other thing that we have to do is seam seal and rhino line the bottom. I want to say a huge shout out to you guys for watching today's video. Comment down below. Peace out. I'll see you on the next one.